Now, let me go back here again. What this Bible was telling you, that God had transformed me before all these things in the sixth day to tell you what the significance of the wheel and the middle of the wheel. You know, the electromagnetic generator field presents a man from going out of the earth and returning back without disintegrating. So what that man had to do, he had to create him an environment where he can go on the outer side of the earth and return back, having a safe passage to return. So he had to create something with air conditioning, something with food, something where he could eat and sleep into outer space and return back and come back and live. Because the environment on outer space was never created and manufactured for a man. But the angels of God had the ability to go to and from outer space and return back by changing their own body. As they hit the electromagnetic field, their body would not disintegrate. So, this takes us back to the beginning of time, when the angels of God, spoken of in Genesis chapter 6, went into the daughters of men, bare children unto them, leaving them without a refuge. They was not angels because they was part human. They was not humans because they was part angels. But God had to kill all of that seed in the flood called Noah. See what I'm talking about? In the primitive day. But he knew in Genesis chapter 6 that man with the knowledge of angels, he going to have the knowledge to do mysterious things that no flesh would normally do if they didn't have that genetic trait. So by them having the genetic traits of angels and having human, God had to kill the seed part to reclaim that flesh back into the book of life. Done so, these men crept in unaware. You see, read it in Jude. Turning the grace of their God here on earth among flesh, create mega banks, mega enterprise, world trade organizations, banks, schools, treasures here on earth, and causing the black peoples who was born of the flood to serve them instead of their God. These are the people responsible for the democratic system here on earth. They're trying to play the God card on both ends. They're trying to proclaim to you that they is God sent. And at the same time, they pretending they is God. You look behind me at the chart that I got above the tail wing of the space shuttle. You might not can see it. God tell you in Revelation chapter 12 concerning myself, John the Baptist, and the Hebrew children that the United States is trying to democratize. Well, you see the sun in Revelation chapter 12. You see the moon. God tell you about the great red dragon came into his kingdom over there, taking the crude oil that God gave to Abraham, Genesis chapter 12, and put a hedge around him. Well, he tells you in Revelation chapter 12 that the children that I saw him caught up in the early stages of my prophecy, they went up to heaven in the sun. He said the moon, these children, which called a woman because they were married to Jesus through the seed of Abraham. Well, he tell you that they was close with the sun, that they was in the sun, and the moon was on their feet. Well, where did it put the earth? Where do this put the earth? If the sun is the woman is clothed with the sun, excuse me, I have to hold my head down sometimes. My neck be about spinal thing. And the sun is under her feet. Where do this put the earth? This is the part I said you could answer yourself. The earth is below the moon. So if the sun is above the moon is between the sun and the moon, and the United States of America flies out into the environment space station, it's just it's in lower gravitation, in an electromagnetic generation field, but it's below the moon. It means that there's nothing when God they slaughtered Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden, and all them people they told you they killed when God caught their spirit up, and Gaddafi, Martin Luther King, and he caught them up into the sun. The moon is under her feet, and the sun and the earth is even lower. They didn't create a space station and place it above the moon. Don't it will disintegrate from the dense hot heat of the sun. I'm telling you this. You look at that yourself. So when they go out to the space station and say they're going to touch the face of God, that's a lie, because they're not touching the face of God, because they're between the moon and the earth. Why did I say this? That is where they go. But those people that they killed here on earth, which was caught up in the sun, they coming down and make war on Hillary Clinton and the Bushes and everybody that democratized this earth. And when they come down, they're going to be running from wall to wall and climbing up on walls, going into closed women, and nothing going to keep them out of there. They're going to be falling up on the sword, seed of Abraham, being pierced, and nothing going to stop them. What I'm trying to say, every garment that these people's got on, they're going to go inside their garment and overheat their body like blazing fire, like these walls things that they've been plaguing me with. They're going to go in there, and these people ain't going to find no rest. They're going to mess up their food, and mess up their water. And people is going to be scattered all over this earth like dead dogs. All worth is gone. I'm telling you this. This is what's going to happen. And as they do these things, they're going to wish they had a servant of God, the right God, instead of the God of their father. Their father sits back on the other side, have died in richness, and he wished to come back and speak to them to do not continue his law, rules, and regulations. But it ain't nothing they gonna believe in, because he set the standard before he left here.